Hey, what's up everybody? RobotVice here. Today I'm going to be making the long-awaited in-game hero guide for Position 4 Techies. And I'm going to be making this guide at a level that I believe is the highest competitive level for Techies at this moment. So I'm making this for your ranked matches. If you want to take this build and use it, I believe it will be successful, especially once the new patch hits. So if you guys want a guide that works for Techies as a support and you don't have to commit to a core role, this is the way to go. So let's get right into the starting items here, okay? Now, my idea with Techies is playing them as a position 4. Now, being able to harass a lane and win yourself a lane, whether that is the off lane or the safe lane or the mid lane, can be done as a position 4 Techies. And to secure this, you need to skill Blast Off level 1, and your starting items should be as follows. 1 Orb of Venom, so that whatever lane you choose to go to, you can harass. With the nerf and the removal of Poor Man Shield, this build just became even stronger. The Oov is still fantastic. It's great for harassing the enemy safe lane, it's great for harassing the enemy supports, and it's great for harassing the enemy off laner if you do decide to take this into the safe lane. Next, as you are a support, you should buy 1 Observer Ward for your team so your position 5 does not need to buy it all. This will show your teammates that you are committed to support and you are not just going to be griefing as Techies. Now, the third item you're going to get is 1 Smoke of Deceit. This Smoke of Deceit can get you first blood and should get you first blood in most cases. Now, you're going to be starting with the teleport scroll, so there's no reason you shouldn't be involved in the first kill of the game, whether that's a kill against you, whether that's a kill against your teammate, or whether it's a kill on an enemy. You should be involved with your Blast Off level 1 in the first kill of the game no matter what. If you have to TP down to wherever that action is going on, you should, because Blast Off level 1 is one of the best level 1 spells in the game, and it should be used accordingly. Next, I'm going to grab 1 set of tangos. That way, you can survive in the lane. You have some regeneration, so after using Blast Off once, you're able to regenerate back up to full HP, so you're not putting yourself in a dangerous position of dying. And with these tangos, you can trade with an enemy offlaner or an enemy safe laner, because your attack range typically will your attack range will obviously be longer than most supports with Techies. So those are my starting items for Techies. Now let's get into the core items next here, okay? Now you hear me talk about this a lot on stream, but I will put Eul Scepter in here as the first item. Eul Scepter is absolutely core. I think that's right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go to my Twitch, and I'm going to type in the command !Euls just so I can pull up this little excerpt here, so I can put this in here. I guess we can make this very detailed. So let me go back here and start adding some little bits to each item. So this is kind of my idea behind the Orb of Venom. It allows Techies to be more than just spells for the first minutes of the game, meaning you can contribute more to your team by this, so your team knows you're serious about supporting. Maybe we should throw a TP scroll in here because you do start with 1. You need to be involved in the first kill of the game, whether it ends well or poorly. Now, okay, we've got those items labeled. And let's go back to our core items. So obviously, Soul Ring, I believe, is still core on Techies. Hopefully we're moving away from that soon with the change to the Soul Ring buildup and no longer providing that static mana regen. Still core, soon to be obsolete, potentially. Now, Soul Ring, still very strong. Still recommend getting every single game. Absolutely core. Arcane Boots, absolutely core as well. And last but not least, for our core items, we're going to start it off with an Aghanim Scepter. Due to the fact that we're typically not going to be going the -4 proximity mine cooldown at level 10, Aghanim Scepter is the way to go, so your remote mines do that sweet, sweet extra 250 damage. So now once you have these 4 core items, this is where the game opens up, okay? Because now you can get whatever you want. You have what you need. You have a Eul's to survive, you have a Eul's for mana regen, and you have an Aghanim Scepter. At this point, you should be right around level 15. So, you're putting yourself in position with that 4 mana regen, plus the Eul's Scepter, Soul Ring, Arcane Boots, Aghanim Scepter. There's no reason you should even need to go back to base anymore once you're level 15. So you can constantly be putting out mine traps. So, core items. And then, let's go here and we will make a item category for late game miner. If you are not interested in going the RobotVice standard item build, you can also do this. This is where I like to get an Aether Lens for cast range. I will always get Boots of Travel. You'll even see me from time to time pick up an Octarine Core if I am going to go the Mine's movement speed. Veil of Discord is also very good. And finally we will throw... we can throw the Force Staff on there. And a Sheep. Now these are your... should be the items for your 6th slot if you're going the late game mining build. And transition into the transition into battle techies. So here, this is the point in the game where you're gonna make your decision. You get to your level 25 and you're typically going to have this Force Staff. If you see me going the right-click Techies build, I will build a Force Staff early in the game, just so that I can turn it into a Hurricane Pike later on. The attack range and the mobility that it provides is just absolutely core on Techies. So from there, you'll typically see me selling my Soul Ring, my Mana Boots, and I will pick up a Mignoner or an Assault Cuirass, just for the additional attack speed. You'll see me grab Moon Shards from time to time. You'll even see me grab Mask of Madness from time to time. You'll see me grab Desolator. You'll see me grab Bloodthorn. You'll see me grab even Daedalus and Monkey King Bar. If I feel like I cannot rat in the game, I will most likely be getting a Bloodthorn and a Daedalus, just so that I can. I've actually 3-shot to level 25 Invokers before. It's pretty amazing. The damage is absolutely overwhelming for the enemy team. They don't expect it, and that's just how it's done. Now, this should let's put Force Staff in the core items here. Good for both the mining build and the Battle Techies build. Now, the way this goes, this Techies build is one that I use almost every single game. This build allows for you to stall out the game to whatever duration you see fit, and then it allows you to carry the game at the time of your choosing. So this build's all about controlling the outcome of the game and making sure that it goes exactly in your favor how you want. Now we're going to go into the abilities here. I've got my core items. I've got my list of items that I think are fantastic. Let me put the Tome of Experience in the core items, as it is very important to make sure that you get this Tome of Experience as Techies, because your talents are so valuable. Now, you can obviously find justification with different heroes if you feel that they need it more. But for the most part, I'm typically taking this tome on Techies. Now, let's make sure we're not forgetting any other items here. Maybe throwing a BKB on here as well, in case you do need it. Now, let's go back to the abilities. Level 1, like I said before, guys, this strategy, head to a lane, blast off on somebody, please. Even if it doesn't kill someone, okay, guys? It's 300 damage, level 1. Imagine doing 300 damage to the enemy mid laner at 15 seconds in the game. How much damage would that really do to that laning stage for that mid laner? You don't need a sap experience. You don't need to do anything like that. All you have to do is just go output the damage onto the enemy hero. Level 2, we're going to be skilling proxy mines. Level 3, it all depends. All depends. Typically, I'll probably be going blast off level 2 at level 3. Proxies, and then level 5, okay? At level 5, you need to get your proxy mines level 3. This allows you to farm with proximity mines. It actually takes out the entire creep wave. So at level 3 proximity mines, you can kill an entire creep wave with one mine. And this is very important for farming and accelerating your farm as Techies. So then at level 6, skill up your remotes. I've seen Kanator, for example, he does the like 404 build, which I'm not a huge fan of. I value remote mines over proximity mines just because I have more control over using them, and I feel like I have a better luck getting kills with remote mines. Level 7, pick up proximity mines. Level 4, that way these things are doing 800 damage apiece. One proximity mine in a team fight when you're level 7 is game winning if you can get one off. It is a game-changing spell if you can somehow manage to lay it and it does not get attacked. So then from here, I get blast off up to at level 9. I'll have 4041. I don't think the stasis, an early point stasis, is really that value. I think the 2-second root duration is not that great, and I think the more damage you can output, the better earlier in the game. At level 10, you're going to be skilling your talent, and this is where you're going to decide whether you're going to be a right-click Techies or a mining Techies. So this is fantastic. Let's see here. Let's make sure we put don't use at level 1 proxy mine. There's no point in using these at all unless for some reason you can find a kill with them, or if you have a lot of mana regen, you can go ahead and lay these level 1 proxies in the trees, I guess, or once you're level 2 if you feel that's value. I'm not quite sure if it is. Okay, so now let's move to level 11. We will skill up our stasis. Okay, is that how you do it? I've never made one of these guys before, guys, so this is brand new. So level 11 will skill up stasis. Level 12, remote mines. 13, 14, stasis. Then you're gonna hit up this 4 mana regen at level 15. And no. So this plus 300 blast off damage, I found only a few scenarios where this would actually be of value to you, and that's if you're going like a Kaya, Veil Techies, like support Techies, where you don't plan on right-clicking later in the game. This is, I think there is some potential in this strategy. I just have not experimented with it too much, and I found too much success with my build that I'm not sure that this is worth it. But it is an interesting theory, and I would love to see how it pans out. So let's go to level 15 here. We'll skill up our talent plus 4 mana regen. Now level 16, we get our last point in stasis, and then from there, level 18 you'll get to your remote mines. Level 3, and then at level 20. Level 20, this is another tough one. If you are behind on gold and need items to carry, consider this level 20 talent. Now, with my style of Techies, I don't really struggle to find farm. I'm very efficient with the way I play Techies. So I understand, I guess, safe farm around the map and how to abuse farm on the map without costing and taking it away from your carries too often. So I will normally go for the 75 move speed. Super fast. More agile. Everybody likes an agile Techies. So then I guess we'll go to level 25 here, into the plus 251 damage. And if you take a look at my items, these are the kind of items you're going to be having. These are the kind of items you're going to have later in the game. And having that plus 251 damage, so plus 25 move speed means question mark. I'm yet to see anybody actually use these 25 mind speed movement in a high competitive level. I just don't see it being that much of value. It's fun, it's great, it provides for great content for videos, but at the same time, I'm just not sure it's even worth it. The plus 251 damage is just way too good, and combined with the amount of farm and the natural pace that Techies makes the game go, because the average duration of the match is going to increase, unfortunately, while playing Techies, but that also creates an opportunity for you to set yourself up for success even more. You can win, you know, if you understand the duration of a match and how long it's going to match. The more familiar you are with it, the easier the game is going to be, because you are more adjusted to that scenario rather than your opponents who aren't used to that duration. You know, you're used to long, you know, you've got endurance. You're used to long matches. So that's just the way I see it. Let's see. So we've got our items here, guys. We'll use Bloodthorn against heroes like Puck, Dark Willow, and really towards the end of the game, guys, let's see, PA. You're going to be looking to counter the enemy heroes with items that you can afford and they can't, okay? So I guess the, oh god, okay. Item, let's do that. Let's break this down for you guys, okay? I really don't feel like I'm spelling that right, but definitely not spelling it right now. There we go. Item transition. So let's take a look at the items we're going to have here. These are going to be our core items, okay? So we're going to have Yules, Force Staff, Mana Boots, Soul Ring, Aghanim Scepter. And maybe a Lincoln Sphere or something like that. So hypothetically, let's say we have these items. First item you're going to sell is going to be your Soul Ring, okay? So obviously, it's the least value in your inventory. However, it is very strong to hold in your inventory until later in the game, as you can drop all of your base mana providing items, and then you can use your Soul Ring to get to have maximum efficiency. So first sell is going to be your Soul Ring for attack speed. Now, you're going to want attack speed for 1, so you can farm faster, 2, so you can clear creepways faster, and 3, so that you already have the 251 damage. You really don't need any more damage at this point. You're just looking for attack speed and modifiers that will help you output more damage. So items like Moj or AC, Mom, Moonshard. Whatever you can afford at the time, whatever you think's best. Second sell. This is where you're going to sell most likely your Aether Lens. For, say, Aether Lens for second attack speed item. And this is where you can take any of these listed items and you're going to build a second one. So now you're going to have 2 attack speed items. You're going to have 251 damage. You're going to have an Aghanim Scepter. You're still going to have your Aghanim Scepter. You're still going to have a Force Staff. And you're going to have your Arcane Boots. Now, your third sell. Not selling anything. Build Force Staff into Hurricane Pike. Now this is where you're going to transition your Force Staff, which I think is of value to not turn this into a Hurricane Pike until later in the match, due to the fact that Force Staff and being able to Force Staff opponents into mines is very good, and it helps you defend high ground. If you have a Hurricane Pike, you can't really do that because you can't Force Staff enemies forward anymore. You can actually push them back, which you can make work, obviously, in some way. But it's good to just hold on till later game, and then you get that extra attack range, which is just amazing. Fourth sell. This is where you're going to sell Ags, okay? This is where you finally commit to the right-click build, okay? Hold on to your Aghanim Scepter until last. It is the best item for Techies, with the Yule Scepter, obviously. So at this point, you're going to sell Ags for whatever item you think of as of value in the match. If you think that you're going to be ratting, you know, you're probably going to have an AC in one of those first or second attack speed items, get a Desolator. You know, if you're just going to hit buildings. If you're going to hit heroes and they've got butterflies, and where they got like a PA, get a Monkey King Bar at this point. Get a Bloodthorn, get a Daedalus. Get something that is going to make you be able to fight with the team and provide a significant change in the team fight for yourself. But the last item you're going to sell is either going to be your Yules or your Ags. I like holding on to the Yules until later, just because... Let me throw Blink Dagger in here too, because I do get that pretty frequently now that we're talking about it. So we have a fourth. We're going to sell our Aghanims slash Yules. Let's put slash Yules. You make the determination if you're still laying mines and you need mines. Yeah, one of the two. Get rid of them, and this is where you're going to build into MKB, Deso, Daedalus, Bloodthorn. Now, we have it broken down here now, and our final item, our 5th cell, obviously having Boots of Travel as our 6th item, our 5th cell is going to be that Yule/Ags. Again, either one, whichever one you decide to sell, and this is where you build into one more utility right-click item. You can get more attack speed, you can get a sheep stick, more AS, sheep, Lincolns, BKB, some kind of defensive item so that you can survive. If you're going to be getting rid of the Yule Scepter, you're putting yourself in a more susceptible position to be ganked, okay, without that Yule Scepter. So make sure if you're going to sell that, get a Lincoln's, BKB, something like that. At this point, you're 6 slotted as Techies. The game is probably somewhere around game time equals around 45 to 60 minutes at this point. If done correctly, I know that not everybody's going to be able to complete this timing, but guess what? You can stall out the game as long as you need to make sure that you can accomplish this. So let's go back into here, make sure we have everything complete. We've got our abilities, we've got our talents selected. We've got our abilities listed here. So blast off level 1. I don't know why it's not working. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. Okay, so the abilities are all looking good. You guys understand. Let's make sure we note this in here. Rarely are you going to be using your proximity mines until they are level 3, okay? Once they are level 3, they can one-shot enemy creep waves. Also, if you stack the hard camp in either the off lane or safe lane, you will be able to clear that stack with 3 level 3 proximity mines. Now, you'll see me do this a lot in my replays where I'm stacking the jungle for myself. Just whenever I can, I'll just keep note of the time, guys. Dota's all about being efficient and making maximum use of your time. When you're lackadaisical and you're not being efficient on the map, that's how you're slowly losing gold and experience to the enemy team, and then, which in turn loses you the game. So anyways, guys, this is my 7.07b Techies Position 4 style. Now, I'm very excited to take this build into ranked, hopefully tomorrow when the new ranked patch comes out. I'm going to be less hesitant about picking Techies in ranked when this new patch comes out. So look for, you're going to be seeing me playing a lot of Techies on the stream here coming up soon. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this guide helped you. I'm not sure how exactly this pops up, but it looks like I'm just looking around here to see if anybody else has these. Okay, so my build, guys, is now up on the hero guides. If you search, type in RobotVice. I don't know. Just look under Techies. Look for RobotVice. If you guys like it, give it a favorite. I love to see this this style of Techies rise to the top, and more people start playing it this way, because I think this is the best way to play the hero at the highest competitive level right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, And there's going to be more. I'm going to be making an Earth Spirit in-game hero guide here soon. If you guys would like to see that, you know, drop a comment. Let me know what heroes you'd like to see. If you want to see my Phoenix, I'd be happy to do that as well. Luckily, Dota and Valve made making these in-game hero guides much more simple, and it's actually allowed me to make this for you today. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you guys in the next stream. If you guys want to start winning immediately with Techies, use my guide in game. Search Techies and find RobotVice as the creator.